So obviously, it's been a long time since I've played the game pretty legit. Um, and I figured I would probably explain why just a little bit. And I think a lot of it kind of has to do with the fact that I'm just not as interested as I used to be, and a lot of the nostalgia that I used to feel for the game, a lot of it just also doesn't exist anymore. Um, I was always a super low level player in the game, so a lot of the time I'd just fuck around at banks and whatnot. That obviously changed a whole lot when I decided to max the ultimate account, which I don't regret doing at all. That was a lot of fun. But I think a lot of that nostalgia that I had previously just sort of vanished after that point, because after I was done with that big goal of maxing that account, I think it just that goal was the only thing that was sort of keeping me going, and the nostalgia at that point was already gone, if you catch my drift. But anyways, I logged in this morning, and obviously with the whole mobile release, it's been really cool to see a lot of the new players all throughout Lumbridge and stuff. I'll admit I was logged in for a good like 10 minutes, and I was just walking around aimlessly. There were a couple of people that saw me, but it was a lot of fun just to see, just to almost be a spectator to what I used to do, going to the cow field, watching people kill cows, sitting at Lumbridge, people spamming, a lot of people giving money to the older players. Obviously, I can't quite go back to that point, because anytime I log into a new account, I'm immediately thinking of the most efficient way to get to the point that is my goal. And I gotta say, that mindset completely ruined the way I play this game, or at least the way I used to play this game. I'm not at all opposed to efficiency or anything, but it definitely sort of sucks that I can't get out of that mindset, because it's, you got to get to that goal as fast as possible. That's how it always is. And that's just sort of how I played the game all throughout the time that I was on the ultimate account. So that's just kind of what's been up lately, I guess. The fact that I just have zero interest to play the game, and the fact that a lot of the nostalgia is gone. I just don't feel the same way that I used to back in 2013 when the game was released, for example, or even 2007, 8, 6, around the time that I was playing the game for the first time. So if you're curious as to what I've been doing as of the past 8 months, the first thing that I did when I sort of was like, RuneScape, I'm sort of done with it right now, I immediately was looking for a different MMO to play, because if it's one thing that I like, it's grinding and getting, or just spending a lot of time working on something and being rewarded with, I don't know, good items, whatever have you. It's just the way I like playing games, and I think RuneScape sort of ingrained that in me. But anyways, I was looking for different MMOs to play, and I eventually remembered that I really wanted to play Final Fantasy XIV back in 2014 when it was released for the first time, or at least the re-release. And I immediately jumped on that, and I've been playing that since then. It's been a couple of months. I think I've been playing it since early August, something like that. But I've been really liking it. If any of you happen to play it, feel free to try to add me. Like I said, I'm still newer to the game, so I don't know how adding people works, but I'll put my in-game name on the screen with my server or realm, whatever the fuck. So I figured I would just tell you guys what was happening with RuneScape, because I feel like a lot of the nostalgia and a lot of the drive that I used to have to play that game is sort of just gone. I will admit it was really fun logging in this morning and seeing all the new players. It was nice, because that immediately took me back to the time that I was one of those players, and I was just killing cows for the fuck of it, because it was probably good money, but even though we all know it's shit nowadays. But I guess moral of the story, just comes down to, I guess, wanting to be good at this game, getting up to that point, and then you sort of look back and you're like, wow, I just rushed all throughout those really fun times of learning and just understanding the game. And now we're here and, you know, you understand the game completely. Anything that anybody says about the game, you have knowledge about. You know what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and the most efficient way to do it. And I think that's where the fun just sort of vanishes. And that really sucks, because now I don't have any interest, and obviously my account is maxed and there's nothing left for me to do besides shitty raids. God, I hate raids. Anyways, that's what I've been up to. I apologize about the skiller. A lot of what I just said is involved with that. I started making that account and it was a lot of fun for the first 2 days, and then it just sort of went downhill from there. But I will admit it was cool the first 2 days. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. For anybody that happens to follow my Twitter, I believe Tro recently passed my mining record on CML. As soon as I'm done doing what I'm doing in Final Fantasy XIV for this raid tier, I will come back and take my mining record back, because that's one thing I do want to do. But I mean, other than that, I really don't think I'm going to be coming back to the game too much. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate anybody that still happens to follow this channel, even though it's dead as fuck.